very warm welcome to another session here at x-dream-Fabrik, X-Dream Group's booth on that show on the IBC 2022. We are live on our X-Dream events hybrid show platform, and in this session it's all about introducing our partner Anexia. Here with me is Eric from Anexia, and I would like to introduce this partner to you again. Eric, can you give us please a short background about Anexia?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Eric Reed from Anexia, and we're very happy to be here in the X-Dream booth with Stefan to provide a service with the x-dream-Fabrik using Anexia's infrastructure as a service. Anexia is a worldwide cloud provider providing infrastructure as a service on a global basis, over 90 locations. We're in just about every continent with the exception of Antarctica and over 50 different countries. And once again, we're providing the underlying infrastructure for the x-dream-Fabrik product line. Infrastructure as a service fundamentally is storage resources, compute resources such as VMware virtualization, bare metal, as well as IP connectivity. And once again, I'll hand it over to Stefan to give a demo on x-dream-Fabrik, and we're very happy to be launching this product line together.
Eric, have many thanks, and I will use the opportunity right now to introduce you to a brand new product of x-dream-Fabrik. It is one of the various modules that are available, but it's our newest baby, and it's something that is of use for more or less everyone in the industry. It's called File Exchange. And without naming other brands, what it is the combination of an instant messaging that allows you to create work orders to exchange for a production process with a file transfer tool. This is the reason why we call it File Exchange, but it's on one hand a standalone product, and on the other hand it is a fully integrated environment. It can be fully integrated in your production environment. So here on the screen, let me switch to the browser, and I need to open the second one as well. And I would like to explain to you what it is about. So imagine you are a broadcaster and you have an external production partner, a post-production facility, for instance, and you want to hand off files for, let's say, the trailer editing, or for a highlight editing, or for whatsoever show that needs to be edited. Then you take material from your archive and send it out. But you want to do that very moment, you're not only sending out files, you are handing off a work order. And this is fully implemented in File Exchange. Let's start with that example. So I'm starting a new file transfer, and as the first thing to do, I need to add some metadata. Why is that necessary? Because a larger broadcaster might have hundreds of jobs that are running at the same point in time, and he might have a handful or even tens of TV channels or shows that he's working for. And for that reason, we assign, in this case, a channel that is, let's say, the news productions. And within that news productions, we have a program. That can be something from what we take from the existing set metadata, prepared metadata. Now as next, I have to define who shall receive the material, either an individual or a group of people. Here on the right-hand side, I've opened the user interface for a different user. And for that reason, let me select this one to send the content to. So that is currently the test user. And now, let's say we want to do trailer editing. Edit. Oops. Ching. We have a description. Now we are in news, so evening show, something like this. Forgive the typos, please. And the year, 2022. That's just to find it. Now, as next, as said, we are sending off files. And for that reason, I have to search for a file. So this can be one that we simply put in with drag and drop to that place. We could also use the open dialog to find it, does not matter. Let me take 2 for the very moment. And then I send off the work order. Please create the show intro video. You could imagine that you can send way longer text, does not matter. So, best case, my receiver has received an email and is pointed to his user interface. Here on the right hand side, I've opened that already. So we are logged in here on the left hand side as me, Stefan Pfütze, and on the right hand side as test user. As you can see here, the test user has already received that file. But let's go back by one. Here we have a dashboard. This dashboard is made for the organizations to find the content. Because you could imagine, as said earlier, you run in multiple channels, you have a certain organization structure, and that needs to somehow be represented to find the content. So I could say I want to search the news content and give me all the news related content. I even have a more detailed search. We do not need that right now. And we'll find the Euro news, and this brings us here on the left hand side to all the exchanges that have happened for this type of production. So sent off 2 files and I've received 2 files. Obviously what I can do, I can click on and I can download. So this opens the download dialog. I can download the other one, and that way it gets down to my desktop computer. Now it might happen there is something missing, and for that reason I can ask a question. So it's not a work order, it is now a question. Hey Stefan. There is a file missing. It's a bit difficult on an English keyboard. Anyhow, and we send off that question. Here on the other hand, I have now received this question. Yes. I need to send my test user more information. And for that reason, I'm now searching for the missing file. Let's say, oops, this one, for the big places. And I send it back. Here is the missing file. That is a response. Now, why do we have that various communication types mentioned here in this drop-down box? That is simply because of that way we can sort them, we can mark them with color schema for easier to find. At that very moment, it's just a small word that is in here. And on the other hand, my test user has received that file. Again, he does the download, he can the editing work. Now once here the download now happens, and once he has done his work, then he can send me back his editing result again. I take a file from here, let's say a little bigger one. Arc. Nope. Hey, go back. I've locked myself out. Here we go. Here's my work result. And that's now the response. Me as Stefan, who was sending off that job, have now received the work result. It's all stored on a secure data center in a secure storage. And I can again download it and can make use of it in the evening news show. What I've shown you right now is a fully hosted environment. What is possible as well is that we have a hybrid setup where you have one instance in the remote data center and another one that is on premises. And for the on-premise version, we can integrate with your existing MUM, PAM workflow system into your ecosystem. And that allows us to send off the file directly after it is received into the playout chain, into the delivery or publishing chain. And if we have metadata that comes along with the file, we can forward that for sure as well. Same could apply if you have a kind of a standard production partner where you don't want him to download always, but he also receives the file on his on-premises system, and he probably has a watch folder to send back files and to receive files as well. After the complete communication is finished, I'm closing this process, and only the one who has initiated it can reopen it for the receiver. It's now closed, and this job is finished. A little bit later, it will be automatically archived and moved away. And again, here we have a way to sort, so by files that are currently sent, transfers that are active, and the ones that are done. As I have closed this job, this is done. The other transfers are still active and open. This was a first introduction, a highlight of our new product of x-dream-Fabrik, File Exchange. If you want to get more information, please visit us here on the booth or make your way to our website x-dream-group.com, and there you will find it in the services section. Have many, many thanks for joining, and bye-bye.